Snapchat, good morning, what's going on? I got an email, a question of the day, a Snapchat from Christian last night. Sorry dude, I didn't screenshot the thing. It was a good question though. The question was, what if this stops working? What if my business model stops working? And it's a bloody good question, and it's something that you ought to ask yourself so that you can build in contingencies. Even if you have a job, you have to wonder if it's going to be around forever. Many jobs and business models that exist today won't exist in 5 years from now. They won't exist in 10 years from now. You have to have a little bit of foresight, and you would be wise to plan for that. Anything in driving, anything in building, anything with your hands, even surgery, the robots are better at it. Remember the stages of evolution. This will stand the test of time. Body, mind, soul. The things with the body, the things in the physical plane, the things that we can do with our hands for a career, it's already redundant. The robots already exist. Anything that you can physically fucking do, there's a robot that exists that does it far better than you. The next stage is mind, intellectual. And tech is already there. We're on the precipice of artificial intelligence at the moment. We have blockchain that's about to become a household name. There are going to be jobs in the intellectual space that are simply not required anymore. Tech does it better. That pushes us into the final realm of evolution, into the soul. This is where we will start to adopt jobs, careers, businesses that are matters of heart and soul. This is the human advantage, by the way. This is the thing that the machines don't have that we'll always have. You've seen now, it's gone viral on Facebook. Hugging is a fucking business now. You can pay to go and hug people. Some people are making $80 an hour to hug people. And that's probably because the clientele are fucking lonely and they wanna have companionship, and they'll pay for that. You can't pay a machine for that. It's the human connection, it's the heart and soul. So to keep your edge in business, you need to deliver an experience that has heart and soul in it. When someone shows up at your restaurant, you want them to think there's something different about this place, there's soul in it. You need to connect, you need to get more intimate. This is why I always say, do the Snapchat every day. Connect with people, face to face, voice to voice, chat to people. You need that connection. Because as a human being, that's where your edge is. If you're connecting with people, if you're giving them information, wisdom to elevate their consciousness, to open their heart and soul, you will be around. If all you have to offer is service of the hands, laying a brick, painting a wall, the machines are coming to get you. You're gone already. You want to move toward the soul. Anyway, that was a little bit of a tangent, actually. If you want me to do like a lesson on what I see for the future, that could be cool. I might do a video on that. I got some ideas about it. What I really wanted to share was the 5 forces of competition. You need to know these. Here they are. You might want to do a little screenshot. The first force is rivalry. By the way, a lot of people think that rivalry and competitors is the only form of competition in business. That's really not the case. There's 5. In the taxi model, this will be like yellow cabs and black and white taxis. They are rivals. The second one is substitutes. What if your product or service becomes outdated and there becomes a more efficient alternative? In the city at the moment, we have the green taxis, which is a guy on a bike with a bloody thing on the back that you jump in and he rides you from place to place. It's really good in the city. The third one is new entrants. This is when you are ticking along in business for 10 years, 20 years, 100 years, and then fucking Uber shows up. And you're a taxi company, you think, holy shit, you have to get your government buddies together and put on some propaganda marketing and say Ubers are dangerous while you buy yourself some time to get a fucking actual plan together. You're probably fucked though. And then there's the 2 bargaining powers, which are a form of competition. There's bargaining from above and a bargaining from below. This is your suppliers and this is your customers. Bargaining from above means, are you big enough to get the best deal from your suppliers? You know that McDonald's is so big, they have so much bargaining, they push their suppliers around, they get what they want. And then bargaining from below is your customers and clientele. Are your customers and clientele in a big group together? Can they wager a bargain against you to lower your prices, get lower prices out of you? If you're in business and you haven't thought of all of these already and you don't have an action plan in place, you don't have a business plan that covers all this, you could become stressed. Having a plan for the future and accounting for contingencies, accounting for things that come up, because things will always come up, having a plan helps you to sleep at night. You have a smoother ride. These laws of competition also apply to relationships as well. This will be in my relationship program. You want to know this. If you're in a fucking intimate relationship, you will have competition. And it's there to help you grow. You need it. If you've got a good product, a good girlfriend, you will have competition. If you can't match the competition, you'll be out of business. Now, if you don't plan, if you've got no foresight, if you've got fantasies and you think that there are going to be artificial walls that protect you, don't cheat, don't do this, set up rules, you're going to be fucking stressed when the competitors show up, and you're going to be hoping and praying that the partner doesn't break these arbitrary rules that you've set up. And I know because I've been that guy. I was a jealous boyfriend when I was growing up, when I was a teenager. You know why I was jealous? Because the guys who showed up, I perceived them to have more power than me. Bigger, stronger, smarter, faster, richer, nicer car, better house, blah, 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 better job, got their shit together more. You know what that does? It pushes you to grow. Predators are there to help you grow. Competition is there to help you grow. In business, in relationships, in life, in everything. Love your competitors. I hated feeling disempowered and weak, and I hated feeling like the underdog when I was the jealous boyfriend. So I hustled my ass, and I'm not the jealous boyfriend anymore. I always say, if Robin can get a better deal, good luck. I want to meet the guy so I can come and take notes and become his friend, because he must have his shit together. I could probably learn something from him. And it's the same for her as well. But without the initial competitor, without the initial jealous time when you were disempowered, the predator comes in to fucking harden you up. Without that, you could become complacent and fat. You ever met the couple who don't flirt with anyone else? They don't have competitors because they're really, 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 really loyal? They get fat. They don't strive to improve themselves. Same story in business. You don't have competitors there to push you, to harden you up. You get complacent, you get fat, and next minute Uber comes along and fucks your shit up.